Well, the name of the book is Hunting Fallow Deer in New Zealand. The author is Howard Egan. He joins us on the line now. Very good morning, Howard. Thanks for joining the program.
Thank you for phoning, Dominic.
Hunting fallow deer in New Zealand. They tell me you've got a heck of a lot of experience in this regard, Howard, which is why you put pen to paper.
Yes, that's right, Dominic. I'm an old bloke now, I have to confess, and I've been hunting fallow deer and interested in fallow deer since I was 17 years old, and now I'm just on 80. So I've hunted fallow deer in every herd in New Zealand. I don't kill a heck of a lot now, but I spend a huge amount of time with them with a camera.
And I guess that makes up a large part of the book as well, which is a wonderful publication, I might add, as well.
Yeah, thank you for the comment. I have to say the book, it's only been released for a matter of 2 or 3 weeks, but it's been wonderfully received, which is gratifying for an old bloke.
I detect at the moment, I mean, New Zealanders have always been into hunting to a degree. It's becoming a little bit more widespread and I guess mainstream now. Are you noticing a lot more numbers in terms of deer hunters coming on board in New Zealand?
Yes, I notice it because I lived through the time when, I go back to the old Barry Crump days of the deer colour. But then, of course, I experienced the arrival of the helicopters and the venison industry, the start of deer farming. And at times over those decades, the recreational hunter got knocked about a bit. But that has all sorted itself out now, and hunting over, say, the last 10 years has been very good, and fallow deer, which have always been my main interest, have, let's just say they have spread through many parts of New Zealand and mostly on private land.
Tell me about the difference with fallow deer to other types of deer that we have in New Zealand for hunting, Howard.
Yeah, well, they're very different, and not all hunters realise this. The reason for it, Dominic, is that the fallow deer is a grazing deer. It depends upon grass, whereas the red deer, the sika deer, other varieties, they are browsers. They will eat grass, certainly, but they are basically bush deer. They live on various shrubs. And fallow deer are always found at least very close to good grass areas. The other main difference, Dominic, is that the fallow buck has a different attitude. He's not as aggressive as the red stag or the sika stag during the raw period, when all hunters will be familiar with the roar of the red stag as he challenges other stags, and he's looking for a fight. The fallow buck is quite different. The fallow buck croaks, but his croak is an advertisement. He's letting the does know that he is there. He's saying, "Come on over here, girls, for sex. You'll love it." And there's a few blokes are like that too, aren't they? But I was never that lucky. But the other point I should make, Dominic, is the fallow buck's attitude is all show off and skite, and that in turn influences what he is going to do day by day and season by season. And the New Zealand hunters have got to learn those attitudes and habits if they successfully hunt fallow deer. Now, there was no point me going to a crematorium, which is going to happen one of these days, with all this knowledge I've gained going with me. So I was determined to get it all down on paper. I was given some good support, and I have to say that I'm thrilled with the end result. And the photographs that illustrate the points that I make, I am proud of them. They're not all my photographs, and I have acknowledged the people who have helped me, but it is a superb book.
Look, a credit to you. It's a wonderful publication, and I wish you all the very, very best with it as you move forward.
Let's just hope I can keep moving forward for a while yet, because I've still got herds of deer that I have access to that I want to be able to enjoy more time with.
Well, I assure people out there that if you're got some keen hunters in the family, this is an excellent Christmas present for them. Hunting fallow deer in New Zealand by Howard Egan.